First gamer tag. In like 2008, I had the gamer tag Apple I-50.
McBender 91.
Alonso.
Oh, it's a terrible gamer tag. Dan2 Rock 4.
God Rupert. C9 Frosty. I wasn't on C9.
Sock my sock. Like the Pokemon, not like I don't know. Yeah.
Electro knives. Oof, oof. 2 Z's, by the way. Oof. I don't know what I was thinking.
It was like either Mega Jack or Super Jack and then some numbers when I was like 6 years old on Minecraft.
That's absolutely horrible.
What I'm most looking forward to is to see like all the boys make it.
Div Winland.
I think it's just a win. Like, our team has been going through a lot of changes. I want to see how far we can push it and see if we can finish third or get like a podium.
Looking forward to competing with tough opponents and having a good time with my team.
I really want to break that top 5, top 4 threshold.
Winning seal.
I'm looking for revenge on CCL.
Getting top 4?
To be honest, nothing. I don't really have anything to look forward to. Next semester is what I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking to win CCL. We only lost that one, so.
What's up, guys? We're here with members of the Overwatch team for a Pokemon Roulette Wheel Challenge. On the wheel, we have different characteristics of Pokemon that they have to hunt down in the open world. The catch is, all the Pokemon that they have to find have been randomized, and they have to catch a Pokemon with that attribute. First one to get 3 is going to win the challenge.
Yay!
Yay!
W Pokemon! Are you excited for Gen 10, guys?
Yes.
Oh my
Pokemon
God.
Wind and Waves?
Wait, you can't leak that. You're not allowed to leak
Sorry.
that.
Sorry.
But we're gonna get canceled by Pokemon.
Yo, MP.
Yeah, no, this map is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Water man.
Yo, Chris Scott, what the hell are you doing, bro? We got a match, bro. You're late.
Yo, I gotta go.
Yo, lock in,
Yo,
bro.
I gotta go. Now I'm good.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Oh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Toronto Defiant before they blew up.
Probably FaZe, Gen G,
Cloud9.
100 Thieves, probably.
Dildux.
TSN.
It's gotta be Optic.
G2.
Face.
Optic.
Elena Rain. Favorite pro player? Lethal.
I'm gonna go Faker.
Faker, I guess.
Can he be retired?
Yeah.
Scump.
I'll say Scump.
Shotzi.
Fury.
Saloon.
Carrier.
Perks.
Myself, I'm tier 1. Pokemon or Minecraft?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Minecraft.
Bioshock.
Probably Devil May Cry series.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Clash Royale.
Probably around 200 to 400 bucks.
Way too much. Way too much.
Over 3K.
Too much. Next question.
Definitely over $1,000.
I don't spend money in game items, so not much.
Probably around like 2,000 over like 13, 14 years. So.
Like $2,000, I want to say.
On COD? None. Never spent a single dime on COD.
What's the most amount you've spent in another game?
Oh, too much to count on CSGO. Invisibility.
I think it'd be really cool to know like how a person's feeling, like just by looking at them.
Teleport.
Be able to teleport.
I would like to fly.
Flight.
Flying. Actually, teleporting. That's teleporting would be much better. I play RuneScape for fun.
Play tennis. Not really secret, but I play card games.
I like to DJ on the side.
Eating. Queuing up Pokemon Showdown.
My secret hobby is collecting Pokemon cards.
I like fitness.
Collecting Labubus.
I like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate, my fears alleviate, my tears evaporate, my faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date.
What's going on? How was map 1? Good.
Ups and downs. We're up in the beginning.
As we speak, I'm at peace, no longer.
You know, last time I was on cast with this guy, it was a hotly debated topic on whether or not he could beat LeVar Ball in a one-on-one game of pickup first to 10. This time, he's scouting his ranked teammates for later tonight. I'm Patrick Smoke Chambers, joined by Owen Hybrid Parker, and we have some NACE round robin round 5 Valorant GC, St. Clair GC, sorry, going up against Mizzou Club Gold in the Varsity Plus division.
It's going to be a good time today. I'm pretty excited. I don't know why you had to bring up the LeVar Ball mention last time. That was a bad comm too, because I said something I didn't realize.
Don't worry about it. Look, we move on. There's a different. You have.
Move on. Anyways, as
you
you
have something else to. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I have anything else to mention, but I am scouting my ranked teammates. Whoever does perform well today, I will be queuing with after, and carrying. So we will see if people on the team will be getting carried by the Unk. Myself, Owen Hybrid Parker. Patrick, I'm excited for today's match. St. Clair versus Mizzou is a tale as old as time, as old as our Valorant program has been around. We've been playing against Mizzou, and it's been a storied back and forth between St. Clair and Mizzou, at least on the varsity side and the academy side. We've been, especially early on in Valorant 2023, we never beat Mizzou. Mizzou always had our number, and they played in our division. We played in CVAL North at the time. I'm not sure what division Mizzou is playing in now, whether they're playing in South or North. But this is a rivalry that has been ongoing for a while now. However, it's not our main teams that are playing today on either end. It's our GC team playing against their club team. Regardless, I'm still excited to see the results for today. I'm still excited to see the action. Patrick, let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, our roster on the GC side tonight going to be Maya, Abrux, UG, Post Zin Clarity, and then also Darker Stars is going to be the lineup for tonight. Notably, UG and Abrux, Lelo, and Abril, they've done broadcast work for us and roles here on the team, and
I'm not familiar.
They're going to be running it down because they usually both play Duelist. And
do they both play Duelist at the same time? Like Abril
so,
is like a
so Lelo
is an initiator / controller at heart.
And that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Lelo, as of like 10 minutes prior to stream starting in the back room when
Both
asking for
Duelist?
roles, that's what he said.
Oh
so either false comms or
my
Look,
teammates
who
are
knows?
trolling. I played ranked with them the other day too.
It's like you play Waylay in ranked, so
I do play Duelist in ranked. That is, you are right. I do
So-
play Waylay. I do play Phoenix in ranked.
someone's got to swap then.
But I don't know. I'm not sure. I do feel like someone does need to swap. It might have to be Lelo, because I just, like, as I mentioned, I just played ranked with them played ranked with them the other day. It might be the most brain dead duelist I've ever played with. I swear.
Me and you just carried Lelo in CS as well, like
yeah, that's
yesterday.
True. And you barely have a right hand. Like, you can't use
Yeah.
your mouse for anything.
I think it just goes to show
And
that
you second frag.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. You second frag too. No, in all seriousness, no.
Yeah.
Lelo, UG is a very, 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 like, in-your-face type of duelist. Needs their initiator to get them active, which is why I'm kind of surprised that they're going on the double duelist instead of, one playing initiator, one playing duelist, because Lelo needs that initiator to get active. Sometimes Lelo, sometimes UG will just go by themselves and make, like, little silly plays, but that silly play works out if you have something to follow up on.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, seeing as how we're talking as if a little more onto the fact that Lelo sounds like, just by their play style, that probably going to be expected to be on the dive a little more for that role. Maybe expecting Abril a little more on the Phoenix, who's going to act more as kind of like that flash initiator that can also swing off of, right?
Yeah.
So technically, like, okay,
It
a
still kinda
double
works out
duelist, but
anyways.
like not really if you kind of get our shtick here. But for maps, I also know what kind of maps this team sort of likes to play. And this recent rotation was a little bit of a troublesome one for them because they loved, apparently, Abyss and Corrode, and those maps are gone now. So for them, we're looking at Lotus, Bind, and Pearl being the three maps that this GC team likes to fall back on. And it makes sense because they also have a player on their roster. I can't exactly remember if it's Clarity or Darker Stars, who only plays Fade. Like, only plays Fade.
Only plays Fade.
Only plays Fade.
That's hilarious. I think it's Post in Clarity, if I remember correctly. I think last time we watched, Post in was rocking the Fade. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some split action as well. We'll see the maps come through. And all
There
right.
you go.
Lotus Split Haven, the collegiate standard. We don't play any Fracture, Breeze, or Pearl. No maps that are difficult. Lotus Split Haven, the maps that everyone is comfortable with, everyone knows very well, and maybe that works out well in St. Clair's favor.
Yeah, obviously on Lotus, it is worth mentioning, and for Split as well, that for the first two maps, St. Clair going to be playing on the attacking side of things. So we're going to have to see if Lelo and Abril can really be that firing power to immediately grant St. Clair these big man advantages early on. The number one thing that I'm curious about, right, is just you obviously being coaching the St. Clair varsity team of old, right? Looking at your potential teammates for tonight and pointing out any little nitpicky mistakes that you might be seeing or whatnot. I'm curious to see what you have to say, or if there's any mentorship that could go tonight.
There's no mentorship when you play with me. I'm sorry. Like,
No?
I'm not a fun teammate.
Oh, man.
I'm not a fun. No, I would say I'm a fun teammate. But do I give advice? No. I just run it down. I don't care.
I mean, you gave advice to me on CS, and I mean, it just worked. Like,
Yeah, but that's because you don't play the game.
Yeah, which also means that I'm not scared of anything.
Yeah. If you
and it was the same thing on Val too. You told me just run at people with neon, and I was like, I bet
you should.
I should.
If you play the game, like, because I don't play, or at least I haven't. Like, I haven't played consistently since like 2023. I'm starting to get back into the game now. But if I have something to tell you and I haven't played the game in years,
yeah, it's tough.
I don't know.
No, you did good in your first Siege game. But anyway, hey, you know what? Look, that's for another day.
I feel like we're just having a podcast at this point.
I think it needs to be that way, right? Round robin, round 5. I believe after this is going to be the last round before we get into playoff brackets here, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you'd be right. Varsity Plus starts and ends a little bit later, at least regular season-wise, and the beginning of playoffs than Varsity Premier does. Varsity Premier starts a week earlier, ends, I think, 2 weeks earlier, and because of the fact that Varsity Premier doesn't have to, like, play out playoffs online, it's all on LAN, they had to end sooner. rather than later. So this is pretty standard, at least how late we're going into the season with NACE Varsity Plus. So yeah, this is the last week of regular season, and we'll be following up after with playoffs immediately. I think there's only 2 rounds of playoffs, though, if I remember correctly, because they're divisional playoffs. Unlike NACE Varsity Premier, where each conference qualifies to play in one big bracket, you're just playing within your smaller bracket stuff. So there's multiple Varsity Plus winners within like NACE. We could win 2 NACE Varsity Plus championships.
True. Yeah, our ACAT team, for those who don't know, also competing in that division. I believe they also have a game tonight. I think they're on the other side of the stage. I should have checked who they were playing, but not the match being covered. So
yeah,
that's a bad look on me. But
yeah, they're playing tonight. I mean, it's okay. We don't need to give Alex D&D any more coverage. It's all good.
Man. Hey.
What?
No. Just setting Alex astray for nothing. It's all good. Look, I'm very excited, obviously, for tonight. I haven't seen a whole lot of Lotus play since I kind of started getting into casting maybe a little more seriously. The only map of Lotus I've actually ever casted for this year, calendar year at least, was, well, our main team going up against Fisher. And that didn't, that
what
didn't.
Was that 13-2,
13-3? 13-2. I want to say it was 13-2.
That was a rough map, especially because of our comp. Like, I think we were running double dive.
Double dive, no flash.
No flash.
Yep.
That's
that was diabolical. Yep.
Diabolical. I was gonna say, like, I was surprised when you said like you've never casted, or at least this year you haven't casted Lotus.
Over the calendar year.
Yeah, but it hasn't been in the map pool, so that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to make a suggestion to our GC team, and they don't have to listen to me at all, I wouldn't mind seeing like the Waylay Phoenix. I don't think you need it, but I wouldn't mind seeing that Waylay Phoenix on Lotus specifically. If you are to run like a Senti, Vise provides good flash util, especially for entry, along with that Omen. So if you pair up a Vise and an Omen, you still have enough flashes where you don't really need to use a slot for a Phoenix or use a slot for a Sky, for example. You know, another slot that you would need those flashes for. You at least have that backup with the two agents. Following up with either a Raze or a Waylay, I think Waylay provides way more value on Lotus, especially for their entry, than Raze does currently. I think Raze's really only like top tier map right now is still Split. Raze has always been viable on Split, and I think Raze will continue to be viable on Split. But anywhere where Raze is viable, Waylay is also viable and is still a better agent. They did nerf Waylay slightly. Her C.
Yeah, the saturation has the animation now.
Yeah, the saturation, you have to like pull it out and equip it before sending it. I kind of like that change, like, to be honest. Like, and it's not that much of a nerf to where it's such a downside to playing Waylay. It just makes it more fair. Before, you would be able to queue your callback or whatever you want to call it.
Like your recall. Cool.
Your recall. Cool. You'd be able to queue your recall, dash in, go into site, pop your saturation, go all the way back, and then your teammates would be able to swing, and you'd be able to wide swing afterwards too. That's just unfair. Like, you're just like, hop in, no one can kill you, you're stunned, and then there's nothing you can do. I love this game. I love Riot. That sucks. The change is a good thing, and as I mentioned, any map that Raze is valuable on, I think Waylay is still a better agent to pick. So a combination of those three. What other roles do you need? I guess you could run double duels. Could run a Phoenix.
You could, yeah. We've seen so much Phoenix as of lately. Obviously, the Yoru change went down, and then Phoenix was kind of like, well, I'm right here. I have a second flash, and obviously with the state that flash initiators are currently in, he just kind of took the role.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a staple now, kind of regardless on whatever map, honestly.
It's still very map dependent. Like, I would not play like Phoenix on a Breeze. On Breeze. If you're playing Phoenix on Breeze, that's kind of crazy. Phoenix operates really well in space in a map where you have tight corridors and tight spaces because of the curved flash.
Right.
The flash is not that versatile where you can like send it down far distances. You have to be able to peek close to a wall. And if you're Phoenix walking up, let's say C long on Lotus, for example, and you have someone peeking you, your flash does nothing.
Right.
If you're peeking on Breeze and you're walking down mid, or you're walking literally anywhere on Breeze, your flash basically does nothing.
I'm trying to think if you could like, yeah, I know if you throw it like lower, you can get it around the mound to the point where it won't do anything to you. But even then, I get what you're saying. Obviously, there is a lack of usage there. Why not just leave that to the Vise, who can just anchor on C regardless?
Really depends on how comfortable everybody is in this team.
Sure.
You mentioned that we have a fade. That's just gonna come to the match regardless, I guess. I
mean,
that's
hey,
great.
a fade on Lotus is completely fine. That's yeah.
I see nothing wrong with one-trick ponies. What's the one-trick pony Yoru who plays on Envy? Eggster. Eggster made a whole career of just playing Yoru. He's been playing Yoru since like 2021 and has been like making TikToks and like YouTube videos since then, and is now in the pro scene. It's okay to be a one-trick pony, and Fade is not a bad option to do that with.
No, definitely not. Obviously, it's going to be a little more rough on a map like Haven if you're going up against like the Sova, for example. But again, like you said, there are workarounds to these. I'm interested to see what the workarounds are going to be like with this team as well. Mizzou Gold, we were looking at their ranks, obviously. Not that this usually means a whole lot, but we were just curious. Couple of ascendants here and there.
Just got jump scared.
Yeah, I don't exactly even know what that was. I wasn't really watching. But, a couple of ascendants here or there. The team is mostly comprised of a bunch of diamond players. So, again, sort of scary a little bit, considering I know that there are some newer players on this GC team as well. But then again, to me, it's like, look, you also have experienced players who have also been through the upper echelon of play at the level that they can compete in, mostly talking more about Abrux as well, right? So you can always have very strong shoulders to lean upon.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we have to see how far Abrux's leadership is going to take this team. And the Valorant GC MVP of 2026, Lelo Yuji. We'll see how far, their expertise, their experience can take them. I mean, I'm a higher rank than Yuji right now, so that's all I'll say.
Wait, seriously?
I'm not even. I'm not.
Are you A2 right now?
Yeah.
Huh.
I was like Diamond 2 like a week or two ago. Anyways, we do have two very experienced and two very talented individuals on the roster, and as you mentioned, a lot of newer players. And we'll see if that balance or that can balance the scales a little bit. As you mentioned, that Mizzou club, they're kind of all around the same level. They're all around that Diamond to Ascendant level where we have a lot of like higher highs and a lot of lower lows. So it's kind of, we'll see what happens when we load into Lotus. I don't remember. When's the last time we've seen GC on stream? Was it against U of Toronto? Was it against U of T? It might
This is
have
a callback and a half. I want to say...
Was it against U of T in CEN? I feel like we streamed something after that. And
Regardless,
U
I
of T is
feel
a
like...
good team.
Yes, and they were playing Abyss was obviously one of the maps they were on. I don't think I was casting that, actually.
I thought it was
you know what it was?
I thought it was Corroded.
Wasn't it Daniil that was casting that one time for CN? He actually came through and then ended up having to...
Oh, he had to cast it. I think that's what it was.
I think that's what it was.
I think you're right.
Shout out Daniil.
Shout out Daniil Betterson McGee, my GOAT, my super senior. Yeah, so it's been a while since we've seen GC on stream, at least for this semester.
Yeah.
Last semester, obviously, we've seen them a little bit more, but at least for this semester, it's been, quite a bit. I'm pretty interested to see, at least on the two newer players on the roster, how they perform, how they mesh, how they fit in. And it seems like it's going to take a little bit for us to see that for sure. Patrick, I don't know.
Yeah.
Any predictions for today?
So for tonight, I mean, obviously, this team really likes Lotus. I think that obviously having the Fade helps them. If there's any time that you have to bring in a Fade, Lotus is a fine map to do that on. So I give them Lotus. I think they're going to start off strong. I know Lotus Attack as well has a history of being decent when it comes to the school. I know that's not a very relevant point, and I get that the game right now is extremely defender-sided. But at the end of the day, I think that this may be one that I see going to 3 because split attack as well for this team. If they get through Lotus, that's nice. They have momentum, obviously. I just honestly don't remember seeing anything of Lelo playing Raze. And
my sleep schedule would like this to not go to 3. I would be very happy if this can end at 2. Obviously, hopefully we win. I'm going to go St. Clair 2-0. I might be a little overzealous on that one, especially considering, like I mentioned, like our rank disparity in comparison to Mizzou. But I'm confident. I'm confident in the leadership of a Brill, of a Brux. I'm confident in the star play of Yuji. We'll have to wait and see how that unfolds.
Playing CS a little more to work on their mechanics.
Playing CS to work a little bit on the mechanics,
said.
Man,
if this goes to Haven, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, just because we have a Fade and not a Sova, the game's over. Like, obviously, a lot more things ride on that, and again, interchangeable.
Fade still works on Haven. I think a lot of Sova's like value, especially on Haven, is on those like fast like sight hits when you're when you want to dive. Sova's dart being able to go back sight and like sticking on the back wall, it helps turn away the attention of the defenders and stuff like that. So while like Neon is like doing their little like ridiculous slide, please nerf Neon. While Neon is doing their little like boom 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 B-hop simulator from Counter-Strike Source 2008, like it takes away the attention from that Neon. They have to look back sight. Like that's a good piece of valuable utility. You can still get that out of a Fade, but lineups are super important then. Especially on that Haven.
Yeah.
You need those lineups. But everything else still works fine. I kind of like Fade's utility, especially more towards A-Site. You have 2 dogs that you can use, one to clear out short, one to clear out whatever the other portion of short is after you go down and then go back up. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe. I don't know. I don't really play the game.
You got sewer,
and
you
then
got short, you got graffiti right to the left of it.
And then an eye for sight. Like you have a lot of utility to use, especially on that end. It really is just more difficult on the garage takes, I would say. You have really nothing to clear out that window. And C takes. Everything else is really fine. Fade works it really well on Haven. A lot better than people think that it does. Sova is just a very standard like pick, especially because of the ultimate. And how tight a lot of angles are on Haven. That ult gets so much value, especially if you get an early scan.
Yeah, and obviously you also have that owl drone to clear out the garage, like you said, and that's really a big difference maker as well when we're talking about trying to find people who are tucked in a little bit of the crevices on that windows portion as well. So, hey, I don't know how much longer until we get in, but what I can say is I'm very excited for this matchup tonight, and obviously my eyes are going to mostly be on Lelo, a good friend of mine, and hopefully they are able to show out for stream. Just got to hope that the lights aren't too bright for you, but...
The lights are pretty bright for me. I'm pretty tired.
We just saw the lower third go down. What happens when that usually happens? Oh, what happens, Owen?
Agent Salon!
Yeah, there you go. And, hey, it's going to be all like we thought it was. It's going to be a Brux on the Phoenix picking up those flashes, and Yuji going to be locking in the Rays for this one.
I literally told Yuji to play Rays today, and they were like, no, I'm not playing Rays. I don't know how to play Rays. They're playing Rays.
When? Like before?
Literally when I went on stage, I was like, yo, you should play Rays. And then they were like, no, that's not happening. It's happening. It's happening right now. The comp is honestly, not too bad. Obviously, you have the Rays and the Fade, utility to, pair up very well with each other. This is pretty standard, at least for Lotus. I would like to see more of like a Neon or like a Waylay, honestly, in this instance. I don't think the nade gets that much value. Like that, I don't feel like the tether nade is as strong as it used to be. But even still, regardless, like still 2 good pairings, obviously, to have on this map, obviously followed by the Omen. Omen is the best controller, bar none, on this map. Don't be playing Mix. That agent sucks. That agent is so bad. I don't know why they decided to add that in the game. It has no value. Phoenix, though, as we mentioned earlier, it's like that pseudo initiator. You see on the side of Mizzou Club, they go for the standard initiator. Double initiator in 2026 is
That's what I was going to point out.
Vibe.
Breach as well with the current state that he's kind of in. I mean, again, anything can technically be played. Like, people can make it work. Like you said, there's not really a rule out for any of this. We've seen teams like Envy just run it down, literally, in PL, and it works out for them sometimes. And, again, who knows? Maybe Mizzou Club Gold, they just have what works for them, and they're not willing to leave it. And that's all good.
I think the rest of Mizzou Club's comp is pretty standard.
It's solid.
At least. It's solid, and it's pretty standard to what we've normally seen. I mentioned the Vise, especially for a good Senti to have on this map. Whether you want to go Chamber or Vise is totally up to you. I would go Vise to sort of help fill the gap of the flashes that you're missing. But to go Vise, Breach, and Fade, and have the Omen, you now have 4 blinds that you can use in the entire round. I mean, I think it's pretty similar on the side of St. Clair as well. Actually, you have 3. But still, you have 3 different agents that can flash. That's really, really strong on Lotus, especially when you go and you use like that utility for deposits, for fakes, and then to, you know, re-clear and re-entry. Re-clearing is huge on this map. A site is a battle. A site, A is rough. In the first 3 seconds of A, like of the round, 15 pieces of utilities being sent out. You know the one like clip you always see popping up on Twitter, where it's like it's a top-down view and there's like neon stun, neon wall, omen flash, breach stun, breach flash, like a ton of utility being expended like on bind. You know what I'm talking about? Sorry, I'm talking to a non-Valorant player. He has no idea what I'm talking about.
But I get what you mean though,
idea.
because you're trying to stunt the attack from being able to make that extension over to Rubble and have the tree door to their availability. So, yeah, I get where you're going here.
The A main fight is going to be rough.
Yeah.
Mizu is going to have the utility for re-clears and for refights. I'm going to... My producer is trolling me. My producer is trolling me. Unfortunately, we're having some lobby issues, as per my producer, who just barked in my ear. So we will remake the lobby and be with you shortly. Unfortunately, we're 20 minutes past the start time. Sorry to everybody watching at home. Patrick.
What are you looking at me for, man? Look, I'll be honest with you right now. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, hopefully game coming soon.
I like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate, my fears alleviate, my tears evaporate, my faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date.
What's going on? How was map 1? Good.
Ups and downs. We're up in the beginning.
As we speak, I'm in peace, no longer scared to die. Most niggas don't believe in God, and so they terrified. It's either that or they be fearing they gon' go to hell. Asking the Father for forgiveness got them overwhelmed.
No more than Calamity though. Left in 5, he'll be shut down. The rotation was for Cumberland, but St. Clair breaks the kidding me. What the heck is that? Situation now 1-on-1, 1 HP on this solo. 1 bullet is a 4-person 1v5. Stand against the rest.
Guy to this ball, guiding it down, maybe even get one for the road. Our own standards here in this overtime period, because if we concede a goal, it's over for them.
He's doing a lot of damage, but he's got to keep you over. He avoids Ego.
Bob Waena, no flash, no problem. St. Clair.
So low, Redx taking down 2, taking down 1. Immediately, this should be all she wrote. Soaks with 1 on the icy. Stand, kill the whole squad.
Welcome back, everybody, on Lotus. St. Clair GC.
I kind of thought they were sending it to us first. So
going up against Mizzou Club Gold.
I was going to do something funny, but it's all good. We're here. We're here. We're ready. I had to provide some lifeline assistance, but we figured it out. We're in game. G-Stack is ready. Our HUD is here. And we're fighting.
Down.
St. Clair going to put a lot of early presence over towards mid. We're doing this little slow default right now, and everything is going to go very slowly. As I mentioned earlier, Mizzou's going to try and get early main control, as they currently have No Me Amen. That's a crazy name. No Me Amen deposited over towards Rebel, and St. Clair trying to find some early presence. Maya able to get a pick on Soma. This is going to be a quick take for St. Clair and a Brooks, but it's just going to be a Brooks by herself. Oh! I'm mistaken. Okay, Brooks is going to probe on C, pull the rotates from Mizzou, and St. Clair are going to take candy from a baby and just go get free plant on A.
And I mean, it makes complete sense. If you take out the Vice, obviously, there's so much util that is anchoring on C. The fact that the Vice actually gives themselves away there first is a little bit alarming. The thing that I'm worried about, St. Clair, they've generated this space. They got to make sure that they can take it properly. Yuji with a great shot on the top of Zip says
30 seconds left.
It's going to be the chamber to go down. Hovey looking to take further space on the drop, and now Brooks on stairs could have a potential lurk here.
Contact on site, finds one onto the Neon, and
one
now
enemy remaining.
Trying to follow up for a second. Brooks is going to pick up one of her own. Yugi, 3 for the pistol round, and what a great way to open it up for St. Clair. You have a great fake hit towards C to pull all the rotates. You have free site plant. That's a great round from St. Clair for pistol.
It definitely is. And you know what? If you can pull Mizzou like that on one singular pick, I'm just saying it right now, this is a team that's going to move quick and move with purpose. It also means that they can then be predictable. So really good stuff there from St. Clair with the phantom pressure, as well as Yugi stimming out a little bit with the fidget spinner. But hey, you know, you got to just wait here. We know the Fade likes to obviously send a Prowler up B, so you just wait it out, and now you can try to slow creep, take some more space. One of their own going to clear out any space near the rotational doors, and now Boombot to go in. But it seems like we're just doing the same exact thing, just playing for time and just going to see if anyone on C just oversteps onto the mound pressure.
I think this is smart from St. Clair right now. Mizzou is not getting too over-aggressive on that A main space that they've taken, and especially if you could spend 40 seconds into the round, you would think that they would try and get a little bit of extra space. It's not going to happen. Soma, though, finds one on a Brooks with the classic. That's great value out of your sight anchor there. So now you're going to be able to re-hit. You're not going to pick up any guns, though.
Yeah.
You're still going to have to re-hit with those classics in hand, and a lot of util to work with. Hopefully we didn't expend too much, at least on the side of Mizzou, on that A site bait. Retake's going to come through right now. The breach stun stuns Maya off the line. Not without Dark Stars ready with the airy spam. They're getting stalled out, Mizzou, a lot towards that waterfall side, and now the kills are coming through. Maya gets 2 of her own. Posts in. Clarity follows up with 2 of her own as well. St. Clair with a clean round on that bonus.
Yeah, and obviously holding the long angles. It was good for Mizzou to reach out off the breach stun to get Maya off of that vertical position, but at the end of the day, you've got a gun gap for you on the side of St. Clair, and if they can just watch their crosses, they're most likely going to be just fine. The only mulligan obviously being Soma with the first pickup, but like you mentioned, couldn't even get the gun, unfortunately, so kind of left all for naught. St. Clair going into round 3, but obviously Mizzou can buy up for this one, so interesting to see what the look is going to be like, but it seems like St. Clair, they're moving through with a little more gusto this time onto this B side as they wait off this flash, most likely going to try to just explode on as the Molly going to stall out any of the players walking in from that A lane.
Brill with a beautiful flash. Isn't able to find him, though. The swing comes in, and the trade comes in from Yuji. And now they're going to be able to reposition. Mizzou going to try and take fast from that heaven space. The trades come through. St. Clair trying to equalize a little bit. Now Kanji left all alone.
Okay, who's got
Yuji cleaning up a third round there for St. Clair. Well, the HUD's not updating, but it's all good. St. Clair finds an easy round for them on that bonus. And I mean, you have to wonder on the side of Mizzou. I would also love if Prod could pull up the scoreboard by pressing the scoreboard button really quickly.
Tab.
Not tab. There's a scoreboard button on the stream deck. I'm so tired. But that's a really good bonus from St. Clair. You have to wonder on the side of Mizzou, is taking that early main presence that valuable if St. Clair isn't going to play into it? It's a good question to think about. You've spent 3 rounds now using at least an Omen blind, a Fade tether, and other utility as well. I'm sure they're using either a stun or a flash to also gather that space. They're also smoking off A main. So they're using at least 4 or 5 pieces of utility to gather quick A main control. Is it going to be that valuable, especially if St. Clair isn't going to play into that and they're going to play slow default?
I mean, I think it answers it itself. You were talking about it earlier that obviously Mizzou has a lot of util that they can use for rechows and refights, but at the same time, like Owen, when you dump it all out in the first 5 seconds, like you said was going to happen, you're trying to deny a rebel push that simply isn't even there. For St. Clair now, gonna see how they line up. I've been loving the discipline that they've been showing. This time, finally, some presence toward the A side of things, and Maya going to get hit with a little bit of that utility. There's no way, I was gonna say, that we just just chow that. You're on a little more of a save right now, and I was gonna say, we cannot be swinging 1-on-1 uncontested. You gotta at least take the double there, but St. Clair, they note that immediately at minimum 3 players are going to be on that A side of things based on the util thrown out. So they're going to see now with 5 people, can you flood onto this Vise with the utility? Showstopper out, the wall blocks off, but Yugi going to be able to claim that Vise with the Showstopper and now can play from the CT side and try to stunt any retake that Mizzou tries to have.
Yeah, they need to be able to hold this space pretty well. Omen shouldn't be taking first contact here. It should be Yugi. Let Yugi take the first contact. This is a great positioning from Maya. Great flash as well. Not able to capitalize off of it. The counter stun from Breach comes in. Now Mizzou, with that volley coming down, they need to take waterfall space. They're going to try, but that high-low from Yugi and a Brooks is just going to make it impossible. The Odin spam comes through. The high-low trades come through. St. Clair picks up a 4th round.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so tough. You have the crosses being held, and when the going gets tough, Darker Stars doesn't even really have to swing that CT position. Everything from Waterfall onwards is just completely free real estate. So, St. Clair, I love how they entry in. Yugi, great job on the Showstopper, clearing out that Vise, can immediately let the rest of their team walk in and take the space they needed to. And I was going to say, you know, from Mizzou as well, a good retake at least on space from the Breach stun, but now Fade ult going down as well towards the A side. St. Clair, they got to move with numbers. I don't know if they're aware of the Neon's positioning behind the rubble, though the fast lane goes up, and that's going to try to help them pull back. Mizzou, they get out of what could have been a horrible situation.
I think that's an interesting smoke position for Maya. You're putting a flush smoke, which is more of like a CT smoke. Oh, I guess that wasn't from Maya. My apologies. That was from Mizzou. I almost talked so badly about Maya there for a second.
We put defensive Omen smoke down as attacking team.
Maybe because it was defensive
team, yeah.
Yeah, this positioning from Mizzou works out really well for them. Even though nobody got any trades in the beginning of the round, they're still in a really good spot to hold on that A line. But St. Clair realizes that they're going to take that B control and that B presence pretty quickly. Maya and Yugi going to fight that all alone. And I don't know if they're going to know Brooks' positioning. Is the Neon going to check it?
Oh, the timing!
No. The timing!
What?
Oh, they didn't notice! She didn't look! A Brooks gets one, but gets instantly traded away from the Fade from Kanji, but not without Yugi as well. finding one of their own, and now Kanji left alone in a 1v4. They need to start putting up something.
Oh, the time, though.
On the board from Mizzou, but the time is going to start winding down, and even regardless, yeah, you have to play for the save here. Even if you get 2 or 3 picks, you're not going to have enough time to stick that defuse. Mizzou going down 5-0 early into the game.
And if this fashion, I was going to say, and if this fashion keeps up, maybe we will be going home into, you definitely would like that.
I would love that.
Oh, and you sound absolutely beat today.
I am so tired. I've been here since 10 a.m., baby.
And what was your reward? You ended up getting to cast. There you go.
Wait, at least it's with you. At least it's with you. That makes it a little bit more
What
bearable.
happens if it was with, like, Evan? That's
Oh, I'd crash out.
Whoa.
Kidding. I love Evan.
Over on the true north side of things, those guys are. But, hey, you know what? Right now, north, the only direction this St. Clair team is headed up, as 5 rounds down and only 8 to go if they want to get on to split.
I
but
think Mizzou missed their one-way smoke. Or if they meant to do this.
Well, you know, if they did mean to do it, it wasn't executed right. The curveball goes through. It's going to completely flash out the player on mound, and Maya can take care of the Vice. And now all of that Vice utility on C, utterly useless.
Man, this looks like my ranked games, for real.
There's not really much else to say about it. I mean, that shouldn't have happened. But, hey, St. Clair, they'll take the space. Plant down the Phoenix Molly, making players on the CT side pull back. One dies to Waterfall as Nomi going to be pushing up, but Jose Clarity has the info on both of these players now on the CT side, and frankly, you just got to make sure you don't give up too many bodies here. Take the trades as they come. Jose Clarity has the boost on the box and going to be able to spot the head of the last. Cleans up the last 2, and St. Clair, they move on to a 6-round lead.
Wasn't really expecting much, especially with the half buy that Mizzou had right there. But they're still putting themselves in a weird, like, economical position. As now they still have to, like, sort of partial buy. You see a Judge come out from the Neon. I mean, Judge from Neon is fine, actually.
I mean, I feel like this is the main talking point right here.
Yeah, you missed the one-way smoke. I think something that Nomi has to keep in mind, especially when they go and do one-ways in the future. W replay, by the way. Shout out your brother.
Yeah.
Adam Chambers. W replay, getting reactionaries in there as well. Something you have to keep in mind is that you have we can put player info, get rid of the scoreboard. Yugi, we're not able to see much of it, but we still see you get one into the round. And I think our technical director is sleeping a little bit. There we go. He's decided to wake up today.
And that's Nomi who just walks out. That's your controller just dead within the first, like...
That's a sushi classic. That's a sushi special.
Yeah, 10 seconds. I mean, that... I don't want to say the round's over.
No, but the round's over.
But...
Patrick, the round is over.
Why out of all the people to take that aggression is it your Omen there?
Patrick, on a 3-site map, your Omen is dead in the first 10 seconds of the round.
That's chalk.
The round is over. St. Clair is now able to get whatever site control that they want to. And Mizzou's not going to have much answers back as well.
I just realized...
They have no one on A.
I just realized the Omen didn't even paranoia before you take the swing. So you could have actually had 2 paranoid there as you swing that. But hey, you know what? Regardless, we take those. We take those all day, every day.
And Mizzou takes a couple as well, as they're able to get 2 trades as well to equalize some of the numbers, make this situation a little bit more bearable.
Maybe we eat our words.
Maybe we do, especially with the positioning of Yugi right there. If Neon is able to dash and slide on them, they might be able to get some value out here as Yugi gets one. Soma with the trade with the classic, and now Soma left by themselves. Can you make magic work? Have to do it now. The high-low is just going to make it impossible. Yugi with the 3K in the round, and St. Clair is in a dominant position. 7-0 in the start of Lotus. Wow. Maybe Mizzou should play a couple people on it. I feel like our team has gotten 3 rounds in a row, or not 3 rounds in a row, but 3 rounds this half.
I'm pretty sure Lelo has as many frags as Mizzou does combined right now. No, like, I'm actually not joking either. Like, I think what was he at right now? What were they at right now? 13? Oh, 14
well,
right now on.
Well, the technical director hates us. We can't see it.
Sorry, no, 13.
Maya.
Yeah. 13. Look, hey, regardless, Maya's going to get 2 kills right there as well. And
that's 2 less kills that Mizzou can not add to their tally. That could make the Yugi.
Yugi can now overtake.
He can now overtake.
There you go.
Or they can now overtake Mizzou. Posts in Clarity with a very aggressive positioning. No TP in sight as well. Gets put down from Soma. The ult is going to come out through by Swell. No primary weapons allowed. Mizzou
player standing.
in a 1v4 retake, not going to be able to make it happen. You have to question, was that the best time to use your Visol, especially when you were in a 2v4 situation? Maybe, maybe not. If I were Mizzou, I would have used it on a non-buy, an eco retake, which I think is what they were doing.
Yeah, that would check out.
Yeah.
Looking at the numbers, yeah.
Yeah, looking at the numbers. Man, I really want to see the scoreboard. Shout out Adam on the replays.
This like walking up B aggression, it just hasn't worked for them.
No.
And I don't really understand it either because they haven't played any util around it either, other than sending a Fade Prowler in the first couple of rounds that we saw.
Man, look at how aggressive Mizzou is getting this round. This is a good change. This is something that I want to see. Especially after your anchor is already giving you the information. Hey, St. Clair is on C, and I need some help. But not that much help, though. Soma gets one and is able to fight that anchor as well as they can. But Mizzou taking fast flank space, not without a Brill being able to get one of her own.
Yeah,
now we're left alone.
He's going to be able to pick up the Phantom as well. That was obviously dropped on Mound. So in this 2v2 scenario, Mizzou obviously just try to take as much space off this fast lane as possible. They got to walk into Darker Stars, who has that Odin ready to fire, but the headshot hits first, and I don't know if Yugi's going to be able to get out of that situation. A 3K to Hovey. Give Mizzou the round. They find themselves on the score sheet, albeit still down by 7.
I'm glad that Mizzou picked off one, and I'm also glad that Mizzou decided to take main space after they've realized, hey, St. Clair is not really...
They're not running A main
They're
at
not
all.
running A main. And honestly, I kind of like that from St. Clair. You know, you don't want to put and expend too much utility towards that A main line, especially when that's going to be such a heavily fought after corridor. But I'm glad that Mizzou is now deciding, hey, we need to start taking more space off of this. Hopefully we see this again, and maybe Post-In Clarity is going to be able to capitalize off of that as well.
Well, the two-way stun going to go down, but Post-In Clarity not looking to move at all. Notably, has the TP tucked on the corner. Going to be recalling that one, though, is backing up. Put themselves in a little bit of an awkward position. Obviously, the walking, the Omen knows about the positioning of the player, is able to hit the 180 as well and find one onto Darker Stars. And now, in a 4v3, you have a little bit of a sandwich, a scissor pinch maneuver going on. St. Clair, they have to take the space quicker. They're going to get flanked off by Hovey and company. It's 2 fall from the Mount side. Yugi against the world, but cannot survive the Odin. Decent round from Mizzou, and again, now that you point it out 2 times in a row, we see Mizzou taking that space that St. Clair GC has allowed for them to have on the A main side, and it's worked out for them both times.
The way that Mizzou is pinching this map is almost like we're playing Fracture. It's almost like there's a rope in the middle of the map that we're allowed to, that takes us to the opposite side of the map, and this is working out really well for them. If you look at the map design of Lotus, it shows you, it's like, hey, we need to flip the map as well. There's not a lot of ways for a defender to be able to hold really well on Lotus or retake really well by just coming through CT or just coming through the defender side.
Yeah.
You have to find some other way to retake. You have to have at least one or 2 flankers, and I really think the value that they're getting by sending 3 and flipping the map and pinching from all angles is really working out well for them. You see that post in, I think it was post in. Post in is now focused on that flank and not focused on clearing the angles that she's trying to take and that she's trying to like push towards. She's taking B and not even looking towards B main because she's focused too much on the A main flank.
Right.
Mizzou needs to continue to do these for the next 2 rounds. Hopefully it's going to allow them to get back into the game.
A gift. Yeah, and at the end of the day, if they were able to get these last 2, then this one is definitely far from over, obviously. 8-4, not the most insane deficit that you've ever seen on Lotus and that you've ever seen a team come back from for certain, as now the C mound pressure as well. Mizzou, this time notably no pressure coming towards A main. They've completely stacked 3 on mound. They have some on B now, and I think they're trying to see if they can get St. Clair to move onto the same main space. Hopefully they have something up their sleeve for the retake.
Yeah, this is good for St. Clair. They realize how Mizzou's playstyle has now been in the last couple of rounds. They love taking mains. They realize a bunch of utilities being expended towards C. They're going to take A and they're going to take it fast. This is a good a decision from St. Clair.
Spike planted.
But if this is it, yeah, this is beautiful. I was about to say Yuki needs to try and take some additional space over towards that CT side, especially with the fact that Mizzou is going to flip the map on them. This fight right here is going to seal the deal in heaven. Halloween takes it, and now Mizzou is going to be able to pinch from all angles. Pinch from main, pinch from stairs, as they're going to do right now, and the breach ult's going to come through. Maya, though, through the breach ult, finds one.
Last player standing.
And now we're put back in equal positions. That tether's going to try and slow them down just a little bit. This Odin spam needs to work out swimmingly as it starts to.
No way.
Soma finds the trade, but not enough time left on the clock. St. Clair gonna find that round out of desperation.
Last round in the half.
I did not believe they were gonna be able to convert that, but they did. Wow.
What is going on there?
Wow.
I mean, just some gunfights that Mizzou had no business winning in terms of being able to find the rechals. I mean, Halloween.
I'd say the opposite. I say
Really?
St. Clair had no business winning those gun challenges.
Well, okay,
maybe
hold
against Yugi and Heaven.
hold on. That's what I was going to get
Yes.
at, right? The number one thing to me is when Maya gets rid of Halloween over on that CT side, it completely makes everything a lot more controllable because now all the gunfights are at least one side of the map. And now Mizzou, they're going to go back to basics for what worked for them. The Prowler goes out. They know about the instant pressure. The swing is well coordinated. Abril going to be able to take down one for the retrade, but Soma with that Odin is going to stall St. Clair towards that mound side.
Mizzou has a lot of presence just around the map right now. Obviously up numbers 4-3, but Omen being deposited B main gives them all the info that they need. They know that they're going to be leaning towards either A or C. That TP as well gives them all the information that they need. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. When you have a Leviathan GC sub, a Brooks taking the head off of Halloween, and now Maya, is she going to clear it out? She does! I don't think she meant to clear it out like that, but she did. She finds one of her own. Now St. Clair up numbers.
Wall trip.
Soma and Druve
Thorns are alive.
need to slowly work, try and see if they can isolate some fights right here. The ult comes through. Brooks is going to take the peek, find the timing. And this is just not going to work out well for Soma. They find one before Brooks is able to get a fourth of the round. Quick little 4K for Brooks. And as we swap sides, that's a pretty dominant half from St. Clair. I'd be surprised if we carry the momentum going forward.
Yeah, unfortunately for Mizzou, St. Clair, when they need to crash, they just do it. And they go way too quickly. Mizzou, they're not really having a lot of these rechals go their way in the game in general. Recently, obviously the last round, that is to beg to differ. But right now, we're seeing that with a lot of this util that you pointed out earlier that could be useful in retaking positions, it's not maybe being used in the best case scenario, but you got to give more credit to St. Clair for just taking the space when you give it to them. This time, obviously, with the side swap, you see all of the util being played onto that A main side of things. The number one thing I was looking forward to was seeing Yugi just spamming raise nades on the daily. He's going to get taken down. It's going to be a Brooks to at least hit one before she gets cleared out. But now in a 2v4 scenario, you got to think Mizzou, they can just play off contact here. Or just rotate to B. That's a great idea, too.
You got to think they got to play off contact here or not do that. I love that. I don't know what we're talking about. Mizzou has bombed down. No man, in a great position. Posts in, though. Doesn't care. Finds one. And now it might make this round somewhat winnable. It might happen. Dark Stars finds one of her own. 50 HP with the dog remaining. Pulls out the dog in maybe not an amazing position. Gets picked out by Halloween. I gotta wonder from St. Clair, is the main fight really absolutely that valuable? You really need that Omen to get active on A if you're gonna do that. Omen can't play on B. I have to be honest. If you want to fight A main with this comp, Omen needs to be on A.
You got to be able to send that paranoia to completely stall out the pressure, especially when you have somebody like the Neon that can also just run right by the raise nade before it even lands, right? The paranoia is what has to keep everybody in check.
Paranoia main, don't throw the tether nade like there because you get no value and you've just wasted 2 pieces of utility.
And they're through again.
And now Neon is already up towards main. You're already over towards stairs. Throw the tether and the nade over towards rubble side. Flash, TP up. You have way more space than you do now. As Neon's just going to be able to take sight with the judge. Of course she is. The judge is broken. Bomb's going to try and get planted, not without Yuji trying to jump in and get a right click of their own. Not able to find any value there as well. And now the retake is going to try and happen. Chamber blocked off from the wall, and it's going to be a slow but sure retake. Abrux's going to try and find a timing before their teammates are able to help them. But Mizzou is just all piled up on site right now. I can't tell if this is to their benefit or their downfall. Yeah, St. Clair able to find 2 trades of their own. Yes, post-in clarity isn't a 1v3, but yeah, you do get 2 guns out of their hand. You do need to play a little bit more sparingly there if you're Mizzou, or you need to take the fights yourself. They're just kind of all sitting back site. It works out well because they're on pistols, but I don't think it's going to work out very well this round.
Well, it's
Man,
definitely...
I wish I could just scream at St. Clair right now and just tell them, like, yo, Omen, play A! But that's not going to happen.
No, and it's still not going to happen.
No.
So you have to suffer for longer.
I do.
Yeah.
This is rough. Yeah, maybe I should get back into coaching.
Actually, the raise isn't over there either, so right now, really only the tether nade, maybe a Phoenix Molly, but not going to be expended. And again, that's rubble just taken. Yes, the Omen lurking towards that B-Link side of things, but again, you would have thought that maybe off this Phoenix Molly, you can then paranoia, send it in sideways, and try to see if you can get some of Mizzou to pull back through there, as the Phantom Spray through the Omen Smoke not going to work out, and this B-Link pressure, it's happening way too quickly. The paranoia too shallow isn't really going to affect anyone, and Yugi needs to absolutely win that gunfight if they want to give St. Clair a chance. It is going to be done here, walking out of the smoke. Maya gonna find 2.
Spike down B.
The Neon from up above.
I'm out of here.
Such a tall task. I don't know if they're gonna be up for it, as Super Close gonna get the one from afar, but Maya getting up close and personal and being the primary target, it's going to work out.
That's why this game sucks. How does a judge get a kill that far?
That's what I would look. Low health, but guys, we're talking about a shotgun here. That was like.
This is a shotgun.
Yeah.
Guaranteed that did 77 damage. 100%. You check the combat score, combat report. That did like half health. That's crazy. We're going to see the replays come in, and just want to shout out Adam Chambers getting the reactionary replays as well for most of these clips. And yeah, that's.
That's like a good 40 damage from that far away.
The judge needs to be nerfed. There needs to be like a drop-off point where the bullets don't do any damage. No, that's not how shotguns actually work in real life.
There.
Mizzou, though. They're going to get free sight take on C as St. Clair is just going to give it up pretty much for free. We're going to be here for this quick retake. As soon as they hear bomb plant, going to throw the nade. It's not going to be able to catch too much of Kanji. Only getting tagged out just a little bit. The eye comes through. The spam doesn't follow.
This neon is going to be hard. And as I say that, you know what? Maybe just sending bodies at it, going to work out. Don't exactly know how, when you got to judge at that range, that we're letting people slip by, but it happens sometimes. Soma rechalling back, though, going to be able to find 3, and just as St. Clair walk in, they get greeted at the doorstep with a bear trap at their feet.
Yeah, I mean, Darksters peeked into an Omen who had their smoke in their hand. We got to stand still when we're shooting a little bit. Maybe a little too jittery. Totally understand. Totally understand. But if you're St. Clair, you got to breathe a little bit. You're up 11-5. You know, be confident. Take them fights. Take the fights that you need. That was I thought at least, a good start to the round for St. Clair. Yes, you do give up C and you give up site control, but you have all the utility to re-clear. You have all of the utility to retake. And the retake started out very well, as you mentioned. You know, they got the picks back site that they needed, but just couldn't follow up on the picks that mattered. And, you know, gave up what I think was a 4v2 advantage. Brooks, though, going to start the round, giving an advantage to St. Clair. Mizzou, once again, getting pretty easy take towards A. Omen spots out Darker Stars, and she's going to have to try and fall off just a little bit. Eye comes through. Is it going to be able to find any info? It does. It marks 1. It doesn't mark the second that's sitting in the smoke. Oh, and this is going to be really tough. Dark Stars needs to clear out at least 1. Needs to try and isolate 1 fight. Yugi, though, doesn't care. Finds both of them. As all the traits come through, Yugi finds 3 to the round. And a beautiful retake from St. Clair, and specifically from Yugi, who had all of the picks through heaven and allowed St. Clair to regain momentum.
Well, playing off the contact of Darker Stars, they're going to work out for Yugi in the first 2, and obviously, with Soma still being a factor in the round, you can never really count Mizzou out. This player for Mizzou Club Gold has been absolutely keeping them on level ground for the rounds that they have been able to claw back. Just saw them get a 3K over towards the C side of things, which literally single-handedly brought Mizzou back into that round, as unfortunately this time not going to be able to fight the 2v1 when you have 2 players split like that. St. Clair, they get on to match point. The tour de force coming out from Post and Clarity. Can you hit the shot through stairs? No, you can't. Your vision is obscured.
Yeah, I think this is where you need to see like the really aggressive TP plays from Chamber. You know, I understand why the TP is, you know, pretty far back, but you can place that a little closer and get aggressive, especially since you have the op. Now you've popped the ult and have basically little to no value from this round. Unless the retake works out very well for them. As you see, a Brill though, the Phoenix from St. Clair unanswered, taking all of A main space, and now this is just going to be a beautiful crunch from St. Clair. The ult, a beautiful ult timing from Yugi, gets picked up from No Man, and now 2 trades coming up from St. Clair and Mizzou. The trades follow, but Maya is able to close the game, 13-5 for St. Clair. Oh.
Yo, what are we doing, man?
What are we doing, guys?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing, guys? 13-5 for St. Clair GC. Beautiful start to the series, and hopefully we can continue and take that for split, which is St. Clair GC's map pick.
Yeah, and now you're going to have to see how Yugi continues to play on the Rays, because that's most likely what we're going to be getting. You know, it's hard to describe what we just watched. Sometimes there were plays that, I won't lie, had me questioning my faith in humanity. But now we're going to see if Mizzou is able to improve a little more on to split. We're going to have a few replays to show you, or not. We just heard something, well, maybe not too good happen in the prod room. So what I'm going to say is we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have split right close to you.
I didn't even get to salute.
That's tough. I bet you we weren't even cleared yet.
side to this ball. Guiding it down. Maybe even get one for the road. Our own standards here in this overtime period because if we concede a goal, it's over for them.
He's doing a lot of damage, but he's got to keep you over. He avoids Ego. Bob Waena, no flash, no problem. Safe Clair. Force back already so low. Redx taking down two, taking down one. Immediately, this should be all she wrote. Soaks with one on the icy. Stand, kill the whole squad.
First gamer tag in like 2008. I had the gamer tag Apple i50.
McBender 91.
Alonso.
Oh, it's a terrible gamer tag. Dan2 Rock 4.
God Rupert. C9 Frosty. I wasn't on C9.
Sock my sock. Like the Pokemon, not like I don't know. Yeah.
Electro knives. Oof, oof. Two Z's, by the way. Oof. I don't know what I was thinking.
It was like either Mega Jack or Super Jack and then some numbers when I was like 6 years old on Minecraft.
That's absolutely horrible.
What I'm most looking forward to is to see like all the boys make it.
Div Winland.
I think it's just a win. Like, our team has been going through a lot of changes. I want to see how far we can push it and see if we can finish third or get like a podium.
Looking forward to competing with tough opponents and having a good time with my team.
I really want to break that top 5, top 4 threshold.
Winning seal.
I'm looking for revenge on CCL.
Getting top 4.
To be honest, nothing. I don't really have anything to look forward to. Next semester is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking to win CCL. We only lost that one, so.
What's up, guys? We're here with members of the Overwatch team for a Pokemon Roulette Wheel Challenge. On the wheel, we have different characteristics of Pokemon that they have to hunt down in the open world. The catch is, all the Pokemon that they have to find have been randomized, and they have to catch a Pokemon with that attribute. First one to get 3 is going to win the challenge.
Yay!
Yay!
W Pokemon! Are you excited for Gen 10, guys?
Yes.
Oh my
Pokemon
god.
Wind and Waves?
Wait, you can't leak that. You're not allowed to leak
Sorry.
that.
Sorry.
But we're gonna get canceled by Pokemon.
dope MP.
Yeah, no, this map is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Water man.
Yo, Chris God, what the hell are you doing, bro? We got a match, bro. You're late.
Yo. I gotta go.
Yo, log in,
Yo,
bro.
I gotta go. Now I'm good.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Toronto Defiant before they blew up.
Probably FaZe, Gen G,
Cloud9.
100 Thieves, probably.
Dildux. TSM.
It's gotta be Optic.
G2.
FaZe.
Optic.
Elena Rain. Favorite pro player? Lethal.
I'm gonna go Faker.
Faker, I guess.
Can he be retired?
Yeah.
Scump.
I'll say Scump.
Shotzi.
Fury.
Solu.
Carrier.
Perks.
Myself, I'm tier 1. Pokemon or Minecraft?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Minecraft.
Bioshock.
Probably definitely Cry series.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Clash Royale.
Probably around 200 to 400 bucks.
Way too much. Way too much.
Over 3K.
Too much. Next question.
Definitely over $1,000.
I don't spend money in-game items, so not much.
Probably around like 2,000 over like 13, 14 years. So.
Like $2,000, I want to say.
On COD? None. Never spent a single dime on COD.
What's the most amount you've spent in another game?
Oh, too much to count on CSGO. Invisibility.
I think it'd be really cool to know like how a person's feeling, like just by looking at them.
Teleport.
Be able to teleport.
I would like to fly.
Flight.
Flying. Actually, teleporting. That's cap. Teleporting would be much better. I play RuneScape for fun.
Play tennis. Not really secret, but I play card games.
I like to DJ on the side.
Eating.
Hi guys, I'm Patrick Smoke Chambers, joined by Owen Sleepyhead Parker. And this one's been a snooze fest so far. I mean, what would? No, I'm just kidding. That was actually an okay map.
No, I was
from-
kind of I
from
was
Seiko
I was
GC.
farming that reaction. That's not your bad. That's on me.
That's okay. Look, we just saw them get out of Lotus, obviously. Mizzou, Club Gold, the team they're going up against in round robin, round 5 of NACE Varsity Plus. And now headed to our map pick of Split. And if it's anything that I can come to expect, Lelo was looking really good on the Rays. This is going to just help tenfold on what is Rays' best map.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, you know, Split tends to be Race's best map. You get a lot of value out of the drone or the boombot, the Roomba. What do you call it? Is it the boombot or the Roomba?
Either or.
You know what its actual name is?
Yeah, the boombot.
Oh, it's called the boombot?
Yeah. I think Alex called it a Roomba one time, and then it just kind of stuck.
I've been calling it a Roomba. I feel like it's been a Roomba for like forever.
Yeah,
I don't
cool.
know.
Get good value out of the Roomba.
Get good value out of the Roomba. You get great value out of the Roomba on Split, obviously with the tight corridors, you know, the nade as well. Especially towards like B main and A main. It pretty much just like stalls out pushes completely with how, you know, tightly contested Split is and how, you know, how small everything is. I wouldn't be surprised to see the exact same comp come out from the side of St. Clair. That Omen, Fade, Phoenix, Rays, and Chamber. I wouldn't be surprised if we had the exact same comp. Now, I wouldn't say the same thing for Mizzou. I would expect them, especially because they went double initiator, which is, once again, crazy for 2026. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go for the Fade and the Sky, which honestly, if you're going to run double initiator on any map, running double initiator on Split isn't the worst option in the world. Even though I think single initiator is still better. I wouldn't be surprised if you swap out that Breeze for Sky, and really just keep everything else pretty much the same aside from Vise. I don't know what they're comfortable playing. Whether you want to go on that Chamber or that Cypher or whoever, Sage, or run no Senti and just fight for mid. That's a good option.
I was gonna say
could
just play the Viper and the Omen too, if you guys are willing to like switch things up. Obviously,
could play for the Viper,
but I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? I know our ACAD team likes to run. Dizzy especially loves to run the Cypher on Split. A little bit of an older style comp that we're seeing from them typically, but hey, maybe Mizzou switches it up. They still want to run double initiator, and they're running Teo and Sky.
We're also running double initiator.
Yeah.
What a crazy world we live in today. Seeing a
you
Brux
said
on
you
the
said
veto
hey
as well.
ego swing. You said to Madison ego swing more on Chamber, and she was just like, yeah, no, twin, that is not happening.
I ain't listening to you.
Separate role completely. Just
separate role completely. I had a conversation with Madison after. I was like, yo, I need to see some ego swings from that Chamber. And we're not even going Chamber to begin with, which is honestly fair. I don't even think that Chamber gets too much value out of this map anyways. Obviously, if you want to have those ego challenges, sure, go Chamber. But I don't think that this pick out of Brux from Vito is that bad of an option. You still have the TP up plays as well. A little bit more difficult to use those TPs, but still, nevertheless, you have multiple as well, multiple anchor points, which allows a Brux just to be everywhere on the map, which honestly might be the best for her playstyle and for this team. You mentioned earlier the star leadership that she brings to the table. This allows her to be at every point in the map. She can be on A, she can be in mid and fight mid, she can be on B, whatever and wherever she needs to be, she can.
And somehow on Lotus, she was still doing that. I mean, we saw that in times where, you know, you have a problem. Maya's not playing Omen up towards A main. No paranoia means Neon just simply goes right through and takes all the space. Hey, you know what? It's all good. Brux, just hang out in B-Link and just kill people with just pure aiming skill. And that's what happened. So now, going to be interesting to see with the veto, obviously. Now you do have movement capability, so like you said, you can be in kind of multiple places at one point. Going to be seeing most likely a lot of rat spots from Brux, and a lot of that can happen towards your A side of things. Obviously, we know about the clips that we've seen Tilo hit playing in that tucked in that ninja position, and obviously, you know, with both sites being fairly top-sided, obviously on both. You have the tower position and also the mail towards rafters. You got to think that for a agent like Vito, there is a whole lot that you can work around with, though. But look at the team. They're all happy, all smiles, joyous. Owen's making seal noises for some reason.
Yo, don't call me out like that. They couldn't hear me.
Well, he's back now.
I'm back now, guys. Sorry, I just had to help out Prod a little bit. It's kind of
good.
It's kind of like a L move to put me on caster. Because then I just can't. I have to just step away from the desk,
calling
leave you
like
by yourself.
yourself out though, because you put yourself on his caster.
I didn't want to. We just didn't have anybody else. We have a
just
lot
forced
of
like Ben to cast.
Ooh, that's not a bad move.
B Money's just in the D room right now observing.
What if we just made a mid-game substitution?
And you go to observing as well? I remember your free cams.
That'd be so crazy. Bro, my free cams are nice. I have good free cams. I have goated free cams. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't remember if it was you or Lello that had one free cam on Bind, where we were just sitting inside a cloak sleep for like 10 seconds. But regardless, the last thing that Mizzou is going to do is sit back, as they're just going to walk up mid completely. They find 2 picks, and they are out of there.
I love that from Miz, especially when you have 2 like super info, super fight-heavy initiators. You got to be able to take those fights, take that space right away, and do that very well. Brooks, though, gets one of her own to open up the B site. This is going to be very nice for her. The intercept as well is alive. Stops any utility from coming out. Abruxo gets picked up from the rope. A little bit out of place. St. Clair needs to get bomb, even regardless if you get it in a good position. Even still, getting that extra 300 credits is still a more value than you need, but not when you have Maya there to fight for you. Posts in, somehow doesn't die. Posts in, gets 1 back sight, and will not be able to make it out. Drew picks Posin off with the nade. I think that's the most hilarious end to the round that we've had in the maybe the whole year of collegiate Valorant we've casted.
Well, I mean, you were blinded for the entirety of like the length of the Lotus match we just had, and somehow you don't die.
Yeah.
Working towards backside. I mean, it's a very bitter end.
This round starts off so beautifully from a fight for Mizzou in mid, and then ends so scuffed by Maya getting 2 picks heaven. And somehow Posin is not dead backside until they get naded out. This is...
It's just...
I'm fine with staying here super late if I get to watch stuff like this. This is great.
Yeah. It's exactly the kind of brain rot that you need to keep going. And right now, we got a lot of that.
Yeah,
Minute 20 sub left in this round, and St. Clair, they've shown no hesitation wanting to obviously take this garage space. As now, obviously, got to be careful. Maya, solo over towards the A side of things. Looking very familiar if your name is Tyler Sushi, but this time, Halloween showing that the Omen from Mizzou's side can get active. 3K on that one, and St. Clair down to Abrux. Not going to be able to get anything to work out on the Vito, and Mizzou, just like that, in the snap of her fingers, they're able to make their conversion up. St. Clair able to buy back, and this is where we're going to see things get a little more interesting. Yugi, we got to have conversations after. I mean, this is not 2015. But anyway, look, fidget spinner in hand, he's still going to be able to cook. 3 seconds left to go, and St. Clair, they're looking towards seeing what they can find on this A side now. Got to get through this Viper wall first, though, and primarily, you got to take ramps quick, given that you can have the Prowler to clear it all out. Yugi's got to take the space.
Take the space they do. This is why I'm saying that this Roomba provides them with such good value. They send the Roomba with the wall being up. Yeah, you do get the info, but now you have actually no idea whether that info is at all accurate or not. Yugi going for the peek on Soma. Soma goes for the little jump spot.
Bring them down.
Dark Stars, though, going to re-dog and re-clear, and St. Clair is going to opt to, rotate through that rope. So Abrux Gonna reposition over towards male side. Are they gonna be able to check? Yeah, they do. They see the gun pop out. Yugi able to get one of their own. Dark Stars, though, getting extra greedy with the Odin. I need Dark Stars to be confident in themselves and just take those fights. You know you can win those, especially with the Odin. Stand and spam. That's beautiful. Stand and spam. What a lovely game we play.
I don't think Maya's going to get checked here.
Stand, they spam. They do. Maya with the spam and can't get any to fall. Oh, that's terrible. That's so rough.
Standing.
But it doesn't matter. St. Clair finds 2 trades of their own. Halloween makes it a 1v2 from that 1v3 that they were just in. 33 HP, though. They need to isolate fights, but Brux is not going to let that happen. St. Clair going to be able to find the first of this map. And that's even still a good round from Mizzou. You're able to pick up 3 guns off the side of St. Clair. It's a good bonus to have. And that's just a really tough spray from Maya. If we can get the replay on that,
no.
I'd feel so bad. No replay, but that would still be hilarious.
It might be cyberbullying, and I mean,
Yeah,
for that reason, we can't really do too much of that.
Sorry, Maya. Sorry, Instinct.
It's all good. But hey, you know what? Again, we got to talk about it. If Maya does get those 2 kills that have gone unchecked, very different round that could have been looking like for St. Clair in terms of how many weapons they could have saved for themselves. But now, all that in the past, you got to focus on the now. And St. Clair, they've done a very good job of at least taking this ramp space early. Haven't been really holding out too much. The Prowler, it's clear with the player in zips. Yugi on the chase is looking to see if you can take a quick gunfight with the judge, and that you do. Gonna be able to walk on through. Maya, you gotta clear out this elbow positioning here. Soma's gonna be able to get one. Paranoia goes through though, and the shots hit. Maya gonna be able to control the Phantom that time and clears out A site for St. Clair.
That's diabolical, Patrick.
I'm sorry.
That's diabolical. Yeah, just a beautiful side take from St. Clair. Mizzou really should just be saving here, or at least going for exits. The round is basically over. You know, they're all in good positions. Maya has the elevation. She's going to fall, though. It was still a good spot to be in a high level, too. Going to go for it. Flash out, peek. And Darker Stars is going to find 2 with the shotgun. I love the gunplay from Darker Stars. I feel like they never actually use a real gun, and they only use like Judges and Odins, which is fine, because Valorant lets them be that broken. Yeah. But I think it's great. I think it's lovely.
I think that's not my fault, it's the game's fault, and I'm just gonna take that exploit. I mean, it's why Neon literally ran the circuit, no pun intended, for as long as she really has.
And she still has. They still haven't nerfed her. I don't know how that hasn't happened. I don't know why people get slide.
I mean, I feel like Neon is just one of those characters in the game that, like, looking back on it, should have just never been added. Like, a concept that just simply doesn't really fit in or even change the rest of it for the better.
It's just interesting because in the beginning of the game when it was, or in the beginning of Neon's lifetime when it was added, not that we have any Neon in this game, but it is kind of moving pretty slowly, so we have time to talk about it. But when Neon was added, people didn't think that Neon was that good of an agent and needed to be paired with like a breach to get any value. Sure. And now that people know how to play Neon and know that it's just a counterfeit source bunny hop simulator, she's just her own initiator as well. Nomi, though, speaking of initiators, finds one onto a Brux, opens up the round there for Mizzou. Not without Yugi able to get the trade. The ult comes through and the flash and the tether as well come out. Yugi, though, maybe shooting off that ult a little prematurely. And St. Clair now, with the site plant and the repositioning, and now have themselves in a great position for this 4v3 post-plant. Mizzou wants to get active and wants to get active early. Nomi will find one to open up this retake. The drone comes through. The satchel comes through as well. They miss the satchel and it works out in their favor. Nomi finds a third of the round, and now it's just Darker Stars left by themselves. Soma cleans up the round for Mizzou. Mizzou making magic work where I didn't see coming.
Thrifty.
Well, you know what the problem is as well, is the second you lose that Raptors control, Maya's kind of just screwed there, right? The Teo drone comes through, clears her out, and honestly, it didn't need to do anything. So long as it just sees that she's there, yeah, it's wraps at that point. Yugi at least had a good entry here, but unfortunately got paranoid immediately and couldn't get too much value out of the showstopper, like you said. Maybe if you took a little more time, obviously you would have found the player up rotating through the male side of things, but it's a lot easier to point out when you're a caster and you have active full-out lines on everybody in the map.
Yes, it is, Patrick. Yes, it is. End quote.
Players here could have that. That'd just be called cheating, though. And that's not allowed. That's no good.
Yeah, just like me when I play ranks. Cheating. Speaking of cheating, someone's going to get spammed out. Already low HP.
Spike down A.
Nomi Amon gets one. Brux is going to find both Kanji and Halloween lacking. Halloween sitting in their smoke. What are you doing, pal?
Player standing.
Now Soma left alive. St. Clair. That was the quickest round I've seen all day. That was just like, I don't know what happened there. Brux peak CT gets two. And the round's just pretty much over at that point.
You know, I was going to make a cheating comment, but I think I'm going to refrain from that right now. But hey, you know what, St. Clair? They have even things back up, winning 3 of the last 4. And now, attack timeout being called as Mizzou. They have had their momentum stunted.
I'm so tired, Patrick. I would love to be able to provide some commentary there,
It's
but
all good.
I don't know if there's much to say off this commentary. We're going to take a look at the replay real quick as Brux is able. Yeah, this is just really rough. She finds 2 people with their util out. And not only does Brux go back again, replay. Play it again. I want to see it one more time. No, go back. Go back, replay. Try it again. Keep it going. And I want you to pause when you get to the Brux play. Oh, replay doesn't. They don't like me.
They don't.
They don't like me.
That's okay.
Show me the Brux play replay. Show it to me again. Oh.
Lolo just got a 2-piece straight to the dome from Maya. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that. Man, I don't think Adam Chambers likes me. That's tough. Anyways, Brux gets 2 through CT with both Mizzou players. Not only do they both have util, but they also one got picked off, and the Omen is still in their smoke. The communication definitely needs to be improved on the side of Mizzou. And hopefully we'll see it right now. Dog comes in from the side of Kanji. And the flash as well, going to be expended towards B main. Has that info as somebody is in garage. Doesn't follow up on the flash though. A Brill. Beautiful space in male right now. Viper might decide to start to get antsy. This is just amazing positioning. Yeah, that Viper is going to get antsy. And a Brill unloads a whole clip, not without finding Soma. St. Clair now. Gonna take space on this site. Spending all util. Brux getting 2 to start the round. Maya finding one of her own onto Halloween. And the round is pretty much over as soon as it started. Posted in Clarity. Finds one as well, and now Nomi Amon. In a 1v3. If anybody from Mizzou can make this happen,
planted.
It's Nomi Amon.
What we're going to have to see is Nomi Amon comes through the garage side of things, looking to see if maybe at the minimum you can get some exit frags, but taking time, going to cross the sight lines of Yugi, and that's not going to work out too well for Mizzou. St. Clair, they get another round on the docket. And I will note, you know, Owen, early on, we even in the round that Mizzou did claim in round number 5, a lot of mid-pressure that we saw them taking, they haven't been nearly as aggressive down that stretch. And giving it to St. Clair clearly hasn't worked out too well. You think maybe they need to fight a little harder for that positioning in order to kind of keep St. Clair grounded into sort of one facet of positioning when it comes to taking these pushes?
It's like a failing relationship, Patrick. You need to fight a little harder. You need to fight these.
What did you said a quote, a relationship is a 60-40 with both people trying to be the 60.
Did I say that?
You said that.
That's a W quote.
Yeah.
That's a W quote. And it should be like that anyways, guys.
Well, it makes sense. You said it.
We're not even talking about the game right now. This is ridiculous. The flash comes through. Yugi's still able to find one through the flash. St. Clair opens up B site. And yeah, as we mentioned, I do believe that Mizu does need to get a little bit more active. Start fighting towards mid and start getting that mid control as they did in that pistol round. It worked out really well for them. They need to continue to do that. Every round that's worked out well for Mizu, they've been active.
One enemy
Took
remaining.
fights. Just like Yugi's going to take 2 more fights to finish off the 4K. Yugi getting a 4 in the round. Maybe Mizu is now going to decide to get aggressive.
I don't know. I mean, look, if it's one thing I know, Yugi and Frags definitely not in a failing relationship. They found each other very often, as obviously with the game on Lotus and so far picking up 10 on split. It's been very good for themselves through Garage. Hey, do the dance. There you go. There you go.
Do that. Saying they're going to start off the round getting scanned out, but we're still going to decide to scale off of this Viper wall.
I've got your trail.
Oh, I was going to say you're going to try and play it slowly, and as soon as I say that, the ult comes out. Yugi needs to hold the ult, but uses it a little too early. Maya finds one into elbow. And once again, an early ult comes through on the side of Raze. You get a kill, but at what cost? The cost being your life. Walks into the crosshair of Maya. Maya's now on ace watch. Mizu, once again, needs to try and find some timings, as Abril's going to find a timing onto ramp. Viper now notices that Abril is towards ramp. Not going to look. Maya gets 4 in the round. Observer, I need to see Maya. Ace watch time. Maya, can she find the 5th?
On my mark.
In the round, the team is going to try and do everything they can to allow Maya to get the 5th, and she does. We saw none of it, like the territory.
What is this game, man? What did I get? St. Clair, 6-3. And I mean, this is just absolute pandemonium.
Wait, did we see? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, you're right. My bad.
You got a couple.
Thanks, replay. We saw the elbow kill. That's my fault.
You had a couple. You might have a bad relationship with our observers.
Nah, our observers love me.
I'll ask Ben that later.
Adrian just
we'll
walked
see
in the
what he
room and
says.
said, "Sure." Adrian, do you love me? Oh, he said, "Of course I do." We love Adrian at St. Clair College.
D1 Glazer. Anyway,
Adrian,
now on
LeBron
Garage, St. Clair going to be trying to see if they can flood on through. Got to be careful here. Maya positioned solely in mid, and you got to think if you go down here, there's not going to be a whole lot for St. Clair to work off with. You need to try to provide something for some pressure to work out here in Yugi's favor. Instead, St. Clair, they don't like what they see, and they're going to pull back and reposition.
I find this crouch behind this box extremely interesting, considering that none of Mizu's teammates, or none of Soma's teammates, are going to be here to capitalize off of this.
Trade, yeah.
W free cam, by the way, Landon.
Shadows traveling.
Maya pulls out the smoke. Viper hears the drop. And Soma ends up finding the pick as well. Probably going to reposition off towards Mail, and they do. St. Clair.
30 seconds left.
The time is now to take site. Posts in, opens the round up with 1. St. Clair finds 3 back to back to back. Not without Drew being able to find one as well. They're going to take out
Bring them down.
this site space really quickly. Drew in a 1v2. St. Clair repositioning. Darkstar's in a great position to find the pick, but can't find anything to happen. The nade comes through.
Like you could
And gets
stop
blocked out from the Vito util. Abrux trying to go around the pillar. Can't make anything happen. Drew going to find 3 into the round and clean up another one on this defense side for Mizu. I'm so tired I couldn't even cast that round. things
Yeah, I was
were
like, bro, you
happening.
can pass it to me at some point. It's all good. I can take over for you a little bit.
Nah,
but
bro. I was cooking up the smoke show for a second.
you did, look, hey, you know what? I'll take it. I don't usually get time off to recollect my thoughts, but there aren't really a whole lot of thoughts to recollect. I mean, hey, it's a great play, obviously, from Mizzou, and now, is it Drew or is it Hovey?
Is it? I thought it was Drew. Bro,
I'm looking at it.
I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah,
right
that's Hovey. Don't worry,
that
I got
Hovey?
you. I got you. It's Hovey. Well, Hovey had a great play, obviously.
Yo, shout out Hovey. I'm sorry for not saying your name correctly.
It's okay. I saw it and I was like, so I just want to make sure that I'm not calling someone two different names throughout the entirety of the cast. Darker Stars, trying to get a little bit of some Odin spam. He's gonna be able to take a little bit of health off of Nomi Amon, but obviously with the Sky healing, gonna be able to get back up to respectable health numbers. St. Clair, especially Maya and Abrux, working towards this A side now.
They're gonna walk into the Viper line right now.
Doesn't even matter. Just completely dismantles it.
Yeah, dismantles Viper, takes her out of the lobby, leaving Hovey alone on site. St. Clair is gonna, you know, slowly rotate over towards A. Now start to take the site all together. The blast pack's coming through. The flash is coming through. Hovey not being able to be spotted back site. But gets traded away immediately from Darker Stars. And now St. Clair
30
with
seconds
this
left.
plant. They're going to go for the counter flash over towards that screen. Sides to stall up Mizzou. Not without that fade ult, though. Being ripped over towards screen side. No Miamon finding one. Not without post in. Also finding a trade. And Mizzou going to play this a little bit slower now in a 2v3.
Cover going out. Yeah, now this Prowler going to try to locate Kanji. Look at the wrap, though, from Nomi Amon. If this corner gets checked, this could be a problem for St. Clair. You're fighting from two different positions now. Kanji slips by, and Maya having to cover a position that is currently not being watched. Timer going down, but you can just dance around the elbow side, and you've burned enough time. St. Clair, they find their 7th.
I don't know what dance Yuji's doing right there. Is it Yuji or Yugi? I feel like
I think it's
sometimes
Yuji or it's Yugi.
It's
okay.
Yugi. I feel like
I've been
sometimes
saying
I hear
Yuji the entire
and
time. You're so tired. The middle part in your hairstyle is
It's
just
not
completely.
a middle part. It's a fluff. I feel it too.
It's just not there anymore. Yeah, you've just completely.
I'm gonna go 5 head style.
There you go.
I don't know if I doubt Prod's gonna put a pip of me on screen. I hope they don't. But I got a terrible McDonald's hairline. So.
Yeah, I'm not loving it.
St. Clair's taking A.
They definitely are, and with swift momentum too, Maya gonna be able to find the headshot on to one. Yugi going down as well. This ramp's position being taken, but look at Maya and Abrux. They're just saying, hey, you know what? Let's just start spawn camping a little bit. Find 2. The Odin spam, please tell me that gets the kill on ropes. Are you kidding me?
We're not even playing Valorant at this point. It's like Call of Duty.
Just hold.
We're playing Call of Duty. We're playing,
Just hold the
Black
yeah.
Ops
You
2
know what?
Zombies at this point.
Just hold the D key and just keep spamming. Like who cares?
That's so great. I love that. You can tell she's smiling there. She's like, W, keep slow this down, replay. Oh, beautiful first off, by the way, from Maya.
Yeah, you know what? Yo, Carl, come look at this real quick.
Slow that down. Yes. Beautiful. Go back
I just missed it.
Go
Just
back
missed
2.
it.
Wind that back, replay. Wind it back.
Wind that back. Wind that back. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, let me see it twice.
Ooh, baby, let's go.
W Odin gameplay. I love that. I love that. Look it too. Lelo knows.
Like, so fun fact, when you stop, the bullets go where your crosshair is.
What a stream. What a stream. Pistol round now, St. Clair. Gonna stop Mizzou's take. Abrux and Yugi. Yugi. Abrux and Yugi holding down the line for St. Clair, but
just got murked, bro.
Mizzou murking St. Clair off rip off the dome, but now Mizzou is going to pull rotates over towards that A side. Is Darker Stars going to be able to hear the rotates? Yes, she does, but I also think Mizzou heard her in sewers, and they're probably going to be focusing on that sewers take right now. The Viper Wall comes through. Darker Stars going to be able to find. Yes, this is beautiful from Darker Stars. We're going to be able to try and find the timing, post in clarity. Going to try and go for the stall. And now the timing's not really going to work out to their benefit. Miz getting the bomb coming down towards backside. Reposition over towards elbow now is. Now it's up to Darker Stars and post in clarity for the retake. The elbow peek comes from Halloween. Halloween is able to find one, not without the right click from Darker Stars. Do what you do best. And play like a madman. What a play. The right clicks come through. St. Clair finds the pistol round. As I said before, I don't think I've seen them get kills with anything else other than a funny gun. It's been classics.
Add
Odin
classic
spams,
alt-fire to mix.
Classic alt-fire, Odin spams, judges. Just keep it up and keep abusing it. This is beautiful. Look at the right clicks coming in. Goes for the tap and the right click.
I love it too. The confidence, like you said, like to just, hey, you know what I mean? Like, let's just make a play. Let's just make a play. We made one hell of a play on ramps with that Odin on Zips like last round. Double it up.
Double it up.
Why not?
Double it up. What are we doubling up with right now? Oh, the Ares comes through. Do you think Darker Stars is like an Ares / Odin like abuser in comp too? Like, are they just like a fade like Odin one trick?
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, you know what? All I'm saying is if it works in Varsity Plus, it'd probably work in like gold rank.
It could. I don't know what rank Darker Stars is.
I don't know either.
I don't know what rank Darker Stars is, but.
Gun here.
I'm just taking a guesstimate since, you know, we're holding the D key with an Odin on Zips, but
okay, that's
too mean.
We're being too mean towards our team, by the way. It's our
They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job.
They are doing a great job. It's just
what does that
funny
say
in the-
about
in the way
Mizzou?
that- Hey, chill on my homie Mizzou.
Watch out, homie Mizzou. Your homie Mizzou just got murked right there.
Chill on my
Spike
Kermie.
planted.
Chill on my Kermie. St. Clair now have to retake in a precarious position. Now you don't really want to take these right-click classics into close quarter spaces. Flash comes through, the double satchel, Yugi. A little bit lost with the shotgun. Can't make it happen. The right-click is better than a judge. In what world do we live in where that happens?
What am I watching right now? Are you kidding me? Like, how?
Replay, I need you to clip that.
Especially
that
when we just
Yugi
saw
judge play and run that back for me in like 10% speed. Because that is crazy how a up-close shotgun kill that registered on the server doesn't kill. And I mean, yeah, we'll see the early judge play from Yugi as well.
That kills, but this next
And
one
then the
doesn't.
take, oh, we didn't get the judge play. It's fine.
It's okay.
I forgive you, Adam.
There's been some crazy judge moments. We saw an insane one on Lotus. You have to think Yugi is going to be a little bit in some sorrow that one doesn't hit. Abrox is like, you know what? We've had some crazy things happen. I'm just going to add another one to the tally. And no, I was going to say no way finds a second.
This is a beautiful flip from St. I mean, yeah, that would be crazy. Also kind of crazy how they didn't die after immediately peeking towards main.
Yeah.
And not having any coverage. I'm surprised that they didn't go for a spam, but even still, St. Clair now able to retake with a gun. They give it to Yugi, which is, you know, very fair. Give us your MVP of the season, 2025-2026. Number advantage is in no one's favor. Two all stacked over in one direction, unlike the band. They have a lot of util to expend on this goal. The flash comes through. Halloween's able to get one. And
Last player standing.
Hubby's able to find a second. And Mizzou, as quickly as they took sight, as quickly as they're going to be able to hold them off. Are they going to die to Spike? Oh, I thought they were going to die to Spike for a second. I keep calling them Druth. I don't know why I want to call them Druth for whatever reason. Hubby.
You're thinking JJK.
I am thinking of JJK. You're right. It's a great season. What did you think about season 3? Or part 1?
Oh, really good, really
Fire,
good.
right?
I know that part 2 is still obviously going to be handled by Mappa.
Is it by Mappa?
It is. It is
That's
going to be
confirmed?
handled. Yep,
Oh, that's a W.
by
That's-
Mappa. But it's anything after that. I don't know what the exact plan is because they've already been in production.
Right. So like the what is it? The Sukuna and Gojo movie. That's not going to be by Mappa.
No one knows yet. There's a chance it potentially might not
That'd
be. Who
so
knows?
rough if it's not.
We also don't want to spread false info, so I think it's time for us to shut up and talk more about the game. But to be fair, and it's been a little bit of a slow one.
It's been a slow round, nothing really working out in anybody's favor until Darker Stars is like, you know what?
I love it.
I don't care.
I have an Odin.
Spamming with
I have
an
an
Odin.
Odin, and you don't. So who's laughing?
Spamming with an Odin.
Not Halloween. Halloween's dead. Halloween can't laugh.
That's a good flash for them to re-clear as well. Surprised they didn't use the dog. Posted in clarity though. Gonna find a trade, and now Mizzou opens up sight. Darker Stars needs to try and make something work, especially off of this timing. In that little cubby right there. Might be able to find Nomi Amon before Nomi Amon can realize that Darker Stars is taking towards that screen side. The dog comes through though. Yes, it gives you information, but it also gives Nomi Amon the ability to go towards you. Maya gets picked out from that Nomi Amon position.
Spam!
The spam needs to come through. And it does. Darker Stars finds one and now puts herself in a 1v1 against Kanji. Kanji repositioning over towards that elbow side. And the spam works out well for them. Darker Stars. Wow, what a star play from them with the Odin. I love this game.
It doesn't get much more chalk than this, but this is what you, you thought I was going to say better too, huh?
I did.
Look, but I love it. I love that for them. I love that for St. Clair right now, that we're able to have fun and still win. This is insane, but it works out. And yeah, unfortunately, that's a little bit mentally chalking if you're Kanji there. That's that's just rough.
It's a beautiful 3K from Darker Stars. I'd be interested to see what rank Darker Stars is. Wouldn't be surprised if they're like Diamond or like Ascendant, and this is just their playstyle. I've seen some A and D spammers in the game. I'm not kidding. Like I've seen some people that spam A and D and just like jiggle across angles and just hope that people can't like shoot back. Maybe this is a playstyle I'm just unfamiliar with.
Well, you know, you've taken a lot of time, obviously, off of the game. You've just recently come back, so maybe you just have to adopt this into your own meta.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not hip like that. I should queue up rank after and start spamming with an Odin A and D key. You know what? Actually, Patrick, I'm going to do that right after this. And you can find that on twitch.tv/hybridcs with a 1 instead of an I. I think I'm hybrid CS. I don't know. Nice little self-promote. Anyways, going into round 17. St. Clair, they're trying to buy at least a little bit towards that Odin. I think they're just going to leave Darker Stars on that hero buy a little bit. Buy next round. So we're going to do a little buy to buy next. Miz going to take mid pretty much uncontested. Bruck's going to fall off on... So we're going to nade it out right now. And who knows, maybe Bruck's just going to go for one of those timings right now. Oh, can't find anything to go. Kanji sits Bruck's down after she unloads an entire clip, and Darker Stars would have been able to make that hero gun work. And will she now? She does. She spams through the wall. I love this game. This game is great.
How many times? How many times?
How many times is she gonna spam the legs? Who knows? This is it's wonderful. It's great gameplay. Actually, truly.
It's working.
It's working. Take advantage of the fact that the guns are the way they are.
What's not
Yugi,
working
once again,
is Lelo's showstopper. That's 3 straight times he's missed with it.
Last player standing.
But it doesn't really matter, because when you have a sheriff in hand and you're a sharp shot, you can still end the round on a good note.
We didn't even see 6 kills just happened back to back to back to back to back. We didn't see it. It happened within like 2 seconds.
Just got off screen like Drew, man. That's it.
No, Drew got on screen, just on screen for like 2 seconds.
He got off screen in the.
Just
I think
like
he got
how
off
long,
screen
just
in
like
the,
how long that spam took from Darker Stars right there.
There you go.
Look at that. Which one is Darker Stars?
I think.
No, wait. Yeah, no, Darker Stars is sitting second from
Second.
the right. Yes. Second
Yes.
From the right. Okay,
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway.
Riveting captain.
Moving on.
Guys, we're tired. I promise. I promise we're not like this normally. Mizzou, gonna spend some util over towards mid and not really gonna find anything off of it. The ult though comes out quickly from post-in clarity. And they get the information and a quick pick as well.
Time to hunt.
Very interested to see how much util is being sent and how little space is being created off of it. Post-in's gonna fall off of that as well. Sends the dog the flashes and the ultimate. Finds one of her own and now Miz is forced to make a decision. Do we commit to this mid space or do we fall off? Who knows? Miz is still taking their time as well. They also don't know. They're as indecisive as I am. Deciding if I want to be an energetic caster today or if I don't. Hovey though, not Drew. Finds one with an ultimate and opens up the space towards a main. They're walking towards the Odin! Give me another one! Pull it out and spam! Yeah! Spam comes through! Darker Stars! I love the gameplay. It's just amazing. Oh!
Player standing.
Miz somehow has made this a 2v1. I don't know what I'm watching.
What just happened?
It
was so good, and then that's unfortunate.
You compromise your position.
St. Clair.
Kudos No Miamon.
I don't know if I can give that kudos to No Miamon. St. Clair just peaked individually one by one in a 4v2 situation, Patrick. A 4v2. I mean, yeah, this is just lovely. Especially the next pick as well. Look at this. A-D. Lovely. I think that is great.
No crouch whatsoever mixed into it. Like,
no.
It's everything I ever wanted.
It's funny that you mentioned that. That's a saying that I'm supposed to say on Christmas.
Spike down mid.
I'm not kidding. It doesn't matter what gift we get. We have to say, and I quote, "It's what I've always wanted." And speaking of what I've always wanted, I've always wanted St. Clair to get aggressive down mid. But they're not going to see Soma, though, and Sewers. Soma goes for the early peek, tries to get some damage off in the fight now with the Brux. Brux isn't able to find anything with the Sheriff. And now Soma is able to equalize the numbers a bit for Mizzou as they're being spiked down on towards B. And the ult as well coming through to sort of, I guess, stall a little bit of time, but mainly to fix this positioning from No Miamon. No Miamon putting themselves in such ratty spots.
Oh, that's not being cleared.
Yeah, it's not going to be cleared.
The trigger discipline.
Last player standing.
And we still don't see it. But it's great. No Miamon picks up a 3K. That ultimate allowed him to get that space. And St. Clair, you know, rightfully so, didn't think to re-clear that because why would you ult something that you're going to take right after?
Yep.
But hey, I might need to take that to the drawing board. Who knows?
Hey, you know what? You learn something new every day. This wasn't going to be the day where I thought you were thinking that. But, hey, you know what? You just have. And St. Clair, 8-11. They have the lead, obviously, and they're looking to see if they can get on to match point. This timeout going to come through, I believe, from us because we have had our momentum ripped right away. As I think Mizzou, I want to say, have won 5 of the last 6 now that we've had. Something like that.
I don't know if it's that far, or if we've lost that many rounds. I feel like it's kind of been pretty even, at least for the last little bit. But even still, even in comparison, when you're killing people with an A&D spam with an Odin, is probably not good enough for the eyes of the veteran leader of Brux. So I'm assuming that's why the timeout was called there. Just as quickly as it was gone, it's gone. Did you say Wordle?
I said brutal.
Oh, brutal. What's brutal about that?
No, like you made a comment about how it's not good enough for a Brux to see the A&D spam. I'm like,
no, the A&D spam is working. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we shouldn't be maybe losing as many rounds to a team that is losing to an A&D spam. you get what I'm saying.
Ah. Well then, yeah, in that case, that totally makes sense. And I think that St. Clair, Brooks, has tried to work their way into that rat spot on ramps, but unfortunately, they were seen on the reswing, not going to happen.
Spike
Yugi
down,
and
B.
Darker Star is going to be able to find another pickup. The Odin strikes again, and this Sky Healing can get Yugi all the way back up to 100. Halloween and Hovey looking to reposition with Soma towards this A side. And little do they know, once this ramp's position is cleared, if they just walk in, it's free for their taking.
Yeah, and as you just mentioned, it is free for their taking. But Maya,
Spike down A.
just a beautiful flank from them. Finds one onto Halloween and now has the bomb. So
Oh,
yes,
this is great.
the site was for the taking, but Maya made that almost impossible for them. And Soma is not going to
Enemy
realize
remaining. 30 seconds left.
the TP is right above them. But it honestly doesn't even matter, especially with the ult now. But the ult's going to fade eventually. Oh, can Soma spot out defeat? I don't know. Oh yeah, Yugi finds one on ramps, cleans up the round, and finds St. Clair, their 12th, putting them on match point. I'm really trying to do like a very analytical analysis of this game, but I feel like sometimes I can't. You know, at this point, I should start stimming and spin the fidget spinner like Yugi is right now. Can we put some like Subway Surfers?
I
on the
was
lower
just
third of
about to
the
say,
screen?
yo, Pip on the Subway Surface would go crazy right now.
We still have a. Did you see the Happy Birthday Patrick?
Yeah, I got that
we
sent
made?
to me by like literally.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I still have that graphic in the package. The TD can bring it up at any point.
Oh, that's great.
And speaking at any point, Yugi getting kills happens at every point in the game, and it has continued to as Hovey is not
See,
going to let that Odin spam.
You didn't have the Odin.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. Light shields Odin. And if you can't afford it, no shields Odin.
Yeah, and if you can't afford that, then just classic.
Denial
Because
errors.
clearly that worked.
Nice too. Hovey getting way too much value off of this judge. As Halloween's going to find another one as well. Mizzou, this round has been the story of individual frags.
Nah, watch this. Yugi gonna bring this back. Watch this, man. Just
Spike
wait,
planted.
I'll wait.
Last player standing.
And I waited. And it did not happen. Tosin does find one. Down to 30 HP, has no heals to her name. And Soma finds another one as well. Cleans up the round from Mizzou, brings the score to 13-8. And going to take us to another round. Patrick, what was I waiting for again?
Your
Anyways,
Valorant
moving
GC MVP to deliver a play, and that didn't happen. So yeah.
Oh, that would have been the perfect cue for that. Oh, it's 13-9 as well. Posts in, yeah, as we just saw as well. You know, good pick from them to hopefully bring some momentum into this round. And as I mentioned that, St. Clair on a bit of an eco buy as well. Maya with a stinger, but everybody else on classics, aside from Tosin and a Brux on Sheriffs. The Sheriff hasn't really worked out too well for a Brux. We saw the clip spam in male a little bit earlier. Maybe this round will be different.
Well, Maya, one full blind was Hovey can find the switch and back away, play your life, because you don't want to definitely give up two. That could have been an insane showstopper from Yugi.
Surprised that they got nothing. That got no health
Somehow,
at
I'm
all.
looking at that and I'm like, that's a 3K right there.
That's a 3K, and it barely took any HP off of Kanji? Are you
Yeah, just
kidding
chalk
me?
it, man. That's crazy.
Speaking of chalk it, Nomi Amon is going to chalk any form of St. Clair winning this round.
Oh, that's
somehow
what?
they're blind.
What?
And they miss every shot because they're on a rope. Maya, while blind, finds 3 in the round as they're able to get one on Halloween as well. St. Clair, how are you in a winning position in this round?
30
I can
seconds
tell
left.
you, it's because Maya's on an ace watch. Observer, let me see Maya right now. I don't care about Yuki, I care about Maya. As she gets a 4th, she gets a 5th! An ace to close out the series. St. Clair will take the series 2-0, 13-9 on Split, and 13-5 on Lotus. all on the heroics of Maya in the last round. The hero stinger works out well. Oh my goodness.
Well, man, I mean, I'm just kind of rendered speechless.
Oh, that's what my hair looks like this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's fix that.
That's crazy. Oh boy.
It was so bad. We gotta go to replay.
It was so bad. We sent
What?
it to
Like, yeah,
replay.
look at this.
Slow that down.
Excuse
Run that
me?
back, Turbo. Run that back for me a little bit. Yeah, go back. Yes, go back.
What are we in a Gunnaverse right now? Hold on.
Let's go slow by bit. Oh, yeah, they got. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think I just thought that the ult landed a little too earlier. Yeah,
That's just
rough
insane.
from
Just
Nomiamon. You have to fully commit. You have to just get off the rope and.
Especially when they're full blind, like as well. Like there's no stress there. You let Maya get by, and then she gets an ace. All because of the fact that you didn't take just the simple half second to quickly confirm that pick. You could have always just dropped down Zips after if you weren't confident with the positioning.
Yeah, you just have to be confident, especially like you mentioned, when you see them blind, you have to go for the fight. And I think that's the story of the game today for Mizzou. You saw a lot of glimmers of brilliance from them, but not enough confidence. A lot of times when they did really well was when they got really aggressive and they started to take space, especially on defense on both maps. You notice early on in Split when they were taking towards mid, and it works out really well for them when they were 3 fighting towards mid. St. Clair didn't have the utility to expend to re-clear those angles, and especially towards Lotus as well. They were taking A main space and holding Mound, and then realized St. Clair's not taking A. I'm kind of sad. I used a lot of util to hold the space, and they're just not. They don't want to come towards A, and they just stayed there. They stayed there forever until they decided to, in round 9, to start taking that space and flipping and crunching on the map, and it worked out really well for them. Continue to do that, Mizzou, going forward in the future, and I promise your playoff hopes will be, a lot better. Patrick, I had a great time tonight casting this match.
Appreciate it. I did too. That was a crazy one.
It was a crazy one. There was a lot of plays that I wasn't familiar with that I've seen today. Give me your final thoughts on things that you saw today. Yeah, and also, not that we're officially doing it today, but who's your MVP of the match?
So my MVP of this match, in particular on Split, if it's not Darker Stars, I don't really know what you can say. You know what I mean? Map number 1, give it to Yugi. As for my thoughts on the series, thank you all for watching. Thank you to the players, the coaches for showing up and giving us an amazing competition. Thank you to our back room as well. Shout out to MJ, Adam, Landon, and B-Money as well, a.k.a. Ben, for observing. Shout out Owen for being on desk alongside me. Sorry, it was a little bit of a crazy run, but we got through it as well. Thank you to our sponsors as well. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Subway, Tim Hortons, Onezo, the SRC, the SEC Alumni Association, Pre-Fire, and Alienware. Thank you guys for keeping the lights on in this place. Look at this tree behind us.
Yo, you missed something.
What? Thank you, sponsors.
Thank you, sponsor. Oh my gosh. Try it again. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, sponsors.
That's good.
My bad. I forgot you were tired. I didn't realize how slow you were going to say it. My fault, dude.
Bro, you didn't even cue it. Anyways, look at the tree, the Sakura Fest tree. And speaking of Sakura Fest, we have Sakura Fest coming to you April 11th. This Saturday, Sakura Fest is returning. Sakura Fest 2026, the 3rd iteration of Sakura Fest. As you see right there, $10 general admission, but $40 premium admission. You might be asking to yourself, Owen, who in their right mind is going to pay an additional $30 for admission to Sakura Fest? That's a great question, Patrick.
Yo, who's doing that, bro?
Thanks for totally asking me. I've paid that extra $40 because it got me a tote bag, a t-shirt, and a bunch of cool stuff
for
as well.
$65 value.
$65 value. I got a tote bag, dude. I'm going home tonight with a tote bag because I paid $40 for something that I could have paid $65 for. That's why you buy the premium admission, for savings. And as you know, we are all broke college people. We need some money in our pockets. You get additional entrance into any FGC tournaments as well as the TCG tournaments on top of the merch that you get as well. Be sure to sign up for Sakura Fest. Scan the QR code. If you need to go back, go check the VOD. Go back, scan the QR code. Toss the link in chat if you can, Silver or RTD. But sign up for Sakura Fest this Saturday. It's coming up sooner than you think. We're going to have a lot of cool stuff. We're going to have a cosplay contest going on. We're going to have a Hatsune Miku concert going on as well at 5 p.m.
I was
Saturday.
not made aware of that.
You were not aware of that?
Nope.
Well,
Learning that for the first time now.
Well, it's going to be a sick hologram in person, and you're going to see it.
I know Lelo's
on
excited.
Saturday at 5 p.m. Yeah, Sakura Fest is going to be sick.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's going to be all from us here at St. Clair. So thank you guys for tuning into the stream. We'll be live tomorrow with a doubleheader from CRL.